Hello, welcome back to Little Music Boxes. My name is Travis and we are doing a patch notes video. Here is the patch for the song, I think I called it Somewhere, that I recorded the other day. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to walk through and give a tour of this Eurorack patch and go through every sound and talk about how it's created. So the first thing that we're hearing now is actually two sounds. The first one is a little static right here. It's like a tape vinyl, static that's just playing through, and I can change the pitch to simulate a little bit of a filter there. The other pad that you're hearing, the chord, is coming from the arpar from Instruo. Now each of these little light tracks that changes color has a different chord recorded onto it that's kind of like an audio strip. And there's like a little white part, if you can see it very good. See, the white is playing and I can move it down here or up here. And when I recorded, over here is more bright, and then as I turned it down here, I turned on more like, or sorry, I turned off the filter so it's more dark over here. But I have this being modulated over here by the, what is that thing called? The oct. It's sending a triangle wave, just kind of rotating this knob pretty smoothly into the bright and dark portions of the recording. Now to get this recording there, it's kind of fun. This, each of these colors, I had to record onto it from the Pico voice. So square wave, a few different times, different notes to make chords, just kind of overdubbing on, building up a chord. And then now it's just playing, and the sound is coming through this VCA here, which is using this envelope here. As you can see, it's got like a slow attack and a little bit of a slow release. This first green light here, that's the envelope that we're hearing. The envelope is being triggered by these gates being sent from Steppy into, this is a Peaks, kind of like reformatted into a 1U. So that's the pads, that's kind of how it works, and then it goes out, through the mixer. Down here there's there it is, a little mixer, and then it goes up into the stereo mixer and then out. So that's that. Let's take a look at another sound. The second sound that I turned on in the video is this kind of like cymbal, glitchy cymbal sound. Now this is just unfiltering it and brightening it up. Also, it's allowing, this knob does a few things at once. It's allowing more randomized glitches as it gets louder. And then it's being driven right next to it by the Variegate 4 Plus from Maleko. And these are the triggers that are going out to trigger this. And then also on track 3 we have different CV, basically just turning the knobs, getting a little bit of variety in the sound. Alright, let's do more drums. This is a 4-pad module here, the drums connected to it. The drums are being, the sound module for the drums is Pico drums. I have 2 of them, so it's 4 inputs, 1 for each pad here. For the video I put this in pattern mode and kind of just triggered them, put it on. I can go to different patterns, this knob. And those are the drums. I think I just turned them on and off just by swiping these matte pads to mute and putting them back on. I recorded that pattern into this module earlier. So what else do we have here? Oh, Terrence McKenna is the voice.
We need to go somewhere. We don't.
And that audio track, his voice is coming out of the of the stereo triggered sampler on the right side and going into this clouds. This is monsoon clouds.
We need to go somewhere. We don't know quite where, but you can almost taste it. What it is that we, I think, are getting
It's a granular processor, so it's recording what's going on here, and then I'm using like this to kind of mangle the recording up a little bit. Tape stops, delays, repeats, glitches, things like that. They're all coming through the clouds, and it is brilliant. Alright, I think our last voice is not audible right now. Let's turn it up. So this is a low pass filter, and if I turn that filter up, it's going to allow this voice through. Right now, Pico Voice is in like a pluck mode. It's a car plus strong algorithm. So it sounds like a string being plucked, and I have it coming through the FXA to get like a lot of lush reverb. There we go. And it's being triggered by the compass here, which is a probability navigator. So I just turn this knob and I can get more plucks, less plucks. This is kind of where it was. And I think that's kind of everything. So not every module is used. The O'Toole is showing us the voice here.
To create a world that reflects the world that is living on the other side of our portal.
Isn't that great? Okay, that's the whole video. That's the whole patch. And I don't know, it's kind of a note for me, but also if you're interested, hopefully that helps. This bass drum here is an 808, and it is being pitched by this information. It's coming from, this is kind of like the master CV. The Vox Digitalis is sending out note information, and it's being interpreted by the kick drum. And a few things here. What is this? Oh, the pluck. Yeah. This Pico, this Peaks here, another mini Peaks, is set into sequencer mode, and it's for each little trigger that's sent in here, CV information gets sent out to the layer selector of our part. That's how we're automatically switching each time to a different layer. The trigger to do that is coming out of the last track of Steppy. So every time it hits that, this little dot is going to wander around. Every time it goes home, we're going to change the color and change the pitch for our kick drum. I forgot to tell you that one. Alright, that's it. have a good Thursday, if it's Thursday.